Hello and welcome to episode 16 of my A to Z stitch series. We've made it to letter P and we're learning the popcorn stitch. So let's spin the spinner and find out what we're going to make. And I get to choose. My favorite project that I've made so far was the bobble stitch pouch. So let's make a popcorn stitch pouch. You'll need your yarn of choice, the corresponding hook size, a pair of scissors, tapestry needle, and an optional stitch marker. Begin by making a slip knot, and then you need to chain any even number. I'm going to chain 16 for mine. If you divide your total number of chains in half minus 1, that's how many popcorn stitches you'll make. So I'll make 7 popcorn stitches per row. Once you're ready, flip the chain over so that we're looking at the back bumps. We're going to work into these for a cleaner look, and it'll make it a lot easier to seam together at the end. Skip the very first chain and make a single crochet in the second chain. Awesome, and now continue making one single crochet in every chain. I'll do a few with you and then I'll meet you for row 2. So I'm making my final single crochet right now. Once you're done, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. For this row, we're going to alternate single crochets and popcorn stitches. So make a single crochet in the very first stitch. And now let's learn how to make the popcorn stitch. In this next stitch, we're going to work 5 double crochets. I'm going to speed this up just a bit. Alrighty, once you've made 5, pull this loop up to make it longer and then remove your hook. Insert your hook from the back to the front through the first double crochet you made. Just like that. Then reinsert your hook into the loop that we pulled up, retighten it, and then pull it through the loops of the first double crochet. And there's our first popcorn stitch. Super cute and pretty easy, right? Now let's make a single crochet in the next stitch. And now let's make another popcorn stitch. Make 5 double crochets into the next stitch. Once you're done, pull this loop up so we don't lose it, then go back, count 5, and insert from the back to the front through the first double crochet. Reinsert your hook into the abandoned loop and then pull it through. Keep making a single crochet, then a popcorn stitch all the way across, ending with a single crochet in the very last stitch. Here's my finished row. I love it so much already. It will be curling up, that's normal. When you're done, chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 3, we're just going to make a single crochet in every stitch across. Easy peasy. The tops of the single crochets look normal, obviously, and then the top of the popcorn stitches look a little different and kind of like a thin line. Just insert under it and make a single crochet like normal. So like normal, I'll get this started with you and then I'll meet you at the end. Make sure that you count your stitches at the end because it can be easy to accidentally skip one. Here's the first 3 rows all completed. At the end of the row, make sure to chain 1, then turn your work. From here, it's a 2-row repeat where you'll repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over until you're happy. Make sure that you're ending on a row 3, the plain single crochet, to match the bottom of the work. So keep going and I'll do a check-in at the halfway point, then I'll meet you at the end to fasten off and sew it into a pouch. Here's how it's looking at the halfway point. I've made 13 rows total so far, and here's how it looks when it's folded. I'm so excited. This is going to create such a perfect pouch. So keep going and I'll meet you at the end. Here's my completed rectangle. I did a total of 25 rows and it's about 6.5 inches long. Once you're done, chain 1 and fasten off. Don't worry about a long tail. So stinking cute. Huge fan of it so far. Let's turn it into a pouch now. We're going to single crochet both sides together. So fold it in half, but inside out. Line up all of the popcorn stitches and make sure that the rows are all lined up. Make a slip knot, pop that on your hook, then insert your hook through each side right at the very bottom. I'm going in right below each of the popcorns as far down as possible, and then make a single crochet. You can also make a slip stitch, but that's going to be harder to do just because the stitch is so thick. Continue single crocheting the sides together. Use the popcorns to help guide you. If you're going in through the front side at the bottom of a popcorn, then go through the back side at the bottom of the other popcorn. So keep going and I'll pop back in at the end. So I'm going through the last row now, and to finish, we're going to insert the hook under the nearest stitches and slip stitch them together. Then chain one and fasten off, leaving a short tail. Repeat that on the other side, and then we'll make the little tie closure. We're going to attach the yarn right in the middle of the stitches above the middle popcorn stitch, but if you have an even number of popcorns, then go right between the middle popcorns. Pop a slip knot on your hook and slip stitch to attach. Then chain until you're happy plus one extra. I'm doing 21 for mine. Cut the yarn and then pull it through and give it a tug. You'll lose one chain, which is why we did one extra. Easy peasy. Now you can repeat that on the other side. Here's mine. I'm so obsessed. It's so cute when it's tied up into a bow. Now you can weave in these ends by going up and down through the chain, or you can just trim them to the same length like I'm going to do. Now all we need to do is weave in our ends. So while I do that, let's talk about the stitches and some project ideas for it. In terms of easiness, I think that it's pretty easy. Very mindless 2-row repeat. The only problems I ran into was accidentally catching my hook on the popcorn stitch while doing the row of single crochet, or sometimes forgetting to complete the popcorn stitch after making 5 double crochets. But I think it was super easy. I definitely thought it was going to be way more complicated. Cuteness, I'm obsessed. If you've been here before, then you may know that I love the bobble stitch a lot. And obviously this has a very similar vibe. So I'm a huge fan of this one. An interesting fact about the 2 stitches is that the popcorn stitch is bulkier than the bobble and uses more yarn than the bobbles do. So that's something to keep in mind if you're trying to decide between the 2 of them. And now, am I going to retire this stitch or reuse it? Definitely reuse. I'm obsessed with pouches made of fun 3D stitches, so absolutely, this one is going in my rotation. Now let's talk ideas. It's obviously very thick, so the first thing that comes to mind for me is a pot holder. I love this pouch. I think it would also be adorable for a pencil case pouch, sunglasses sleeve, laptop sleeve, makeup bag, little shoulder bag, all of the above. I've seen people use it for tapestry style designs using popcorn stitches or bobble stitches to create a cool 3D picture, and I'd love to try that someday. What else? Pillow cover, fun details for amigurumi or details for clothing. It's such a heavy, dense fabric that I'm struggling to think of any more ideas, but I'm sure that there's a million more projects that you can use this in. But that was it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, whether you've been following along for the whole series or just joined for this one. I appreciate it so much. If you want to help support my channel, then a like and a comment goes a long way, And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting more stitch tutorials multiple times a week until the end of the year, so don't miss out. But thanks again, and as always, happy crocheting and stay lucky. Bye!